nominated. But first, let me let you know if you want to see any of these shows back, you can do that over at YourRecaps.com/BBOTT. And you can see all of our Big Brother 18 stuff at /BB18. Flashback times, which I just updated, are over at YourRecaps.com/BBOTT. Flashbacks and 24/7 live feed updates over on Twitter at BBOTT live feeds. I'm going to pause right now and say, round of applause for our live feed updaters. They're amazing this season. They're amazing every season. But this season especially. I mean, other websites can be like, oh, we control the polls. We control the best live feed updaters at BBOTT live feeds. They're all amazing. If you don't have the feeds while you're watching this show, get them there. Lastly, 3 best ways to support our shows. Become a patron at YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. You get weekly patron-only shows. We just had one tonight. We revealed some elusive secrets that we can't talk about publicly. You missed it. You also get prize giveaways and access to the patron-only Facebook group, which is where I go to hide when a lot of you are mean on Twitter. You can also make a one-time donation at YourRealityRecaps.com/PayPal. Or lastly, subscribe right here in You Now. You get the little Eric sticker, you get a little badge, you get super messages, and you get to watch all the shows back, even the ones I don't record and post on the website. Now, that being said, it was said. The NOMs are in. See, look at Vanessa, look at Zach. There's your super messages if you're in the room. You don't get to watch it on the playback. That's why you should be watching the show live. But here's what you missed if you aren't watching the feeds. Kryssie just nominated Scott and Morgan. And I do love her nomination speech where she said, Scott, we haven't been friends in this game, buddy. We're coming after each other. It's just a game. And Morgan, you're dressed like Scott because they dressed up as Harry Potter people. And I don't know how they're going to get away with that. They can't sing Yankee Doodle, but they can dress up as Harry Potter characters. I'm pretty sure the copyright, or whatever the hell it is you're going to have to pay, is more for having a stupid lightning bolt on your face than singing Yankee Doodle. I'm just saying. Yes, bathroom time with Glenn. You're not supposed to talk about bathroom time with Glenn. If these people want to get all the elusive one-on-one time with the reality stars and all the secret stuff that happens in patron shows, they have to become a patron. You don't talk about bathroom time with Glenn outside of a patron show. Patron show content is secret. It doesn't exist. I'm just saying, I may or may not have been in a bathtub with Glenn. That's what you're missing out on. Back to Big Brother Over the Top. They were all dressed up as Harry Potter people. I don't know why. I don't care why. I don't know. I don't know why. Michael C., I don't know why you don't, buddy. Come to a show. Patron group, all the info's out there. Say it every show. Come to the patron group. That's how you watch the patron shows. You got to come into the patron group to watch the patron shows. If you're a patron and you don't have access for some reason, it's in your spam email. Or email me again, realrecaps@gmail. Otherwise, I don't know how to help you, but it's all theirs. Now, it's pretty clear. But I wonder how we can do this. If you are a Misfits fan, I'm going to ask the Plastics second, and I will be looking to see if you comment 2 times to skew the votes. But let's start with Misfits fans. If you are a Misfits fan, I already know where you want to go with this, but who would you like the third nom to be? We're just starting here. This is our kickoff point. So Misfits fans, let me know, who would you like your third nom to be? Shelby. Shelby. Shelby and Shelby. All Shelby. I see one Whitney. Everybody else wants Shelby. Okay, got it. If you are... It can't be Morgan, Jolly G. Morgan was just already nominated. Again, the nominees are Scott and Morgan. Okay, so now if you are a Plastics fan, if you are a fan of the Plastics, who do you want to see as the third nom? Can we nominate Scott twice? Ed Rizzo would like Neely. I'm pretty sure RJ Mitchell would like Neely as well. Well, okay, so we're perfectly dead split here. This is what I thought it would be. Yeah. Chat room is all either wanting Neely or Shelby. Other podcasts are saying Neely. That's great. I'm not concerned with them, though. A few Plastic fans want Shelby. That's interesting. Okay. So let me start here then. Let me start here. If you are a Plastics fan, it appears the majority of the Plastics fans right now in our chat room would like you to nominate Neely. So if you are a Plastic fan trying to keep the numbers on your side and trying to ask the team late night Plastics, if you are trying to get the Plastics further in the game, then you should nominate Neely. If you are a Misfits fan, then you are going to want to nominate Shelby. You are going to want to nominate Shelby if you are a Misfits fan and your goal is to keep the numbers with the Misfits. Now, yes, there are a lot of people like RJ Mitchell who is kind of in the middle and likes people from both sides. If you're liking people from both sides, you gotta kind of, I don't know, I guess then think where there are more people that you like. And then vote with that side. Again, nobody is going to be knowing how you vote when you vote. Nobody is going to know how you vote when you vote. But I think it's pretty clear. Felix says, vote Shelby and Scott goes home. We all win. Correct. So now I'm going to talk more about the Misfits. New Jersey Girl wants to know, what if you're a fan of only curly hair people whose favorite color is indigo? Equal representation. I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't help you at all in that one. Why don't people like Neely? Coco Bay wants to know. People don't seem to like Neely because they feel she was hypocritical in complaining how the Plastics were celebrating. And then when she got into power, or when the Misfits got into power, she kind of did like the same thing back, is what I'm seeing people say. I don't know. I don't know why people want Neely. Should have given Neely the care part. Well, we can't deal with shoulda, woulda, coulda. RJ Mitchell says Neely is bad for Jason's game. I'm trying to represent the Plastics and the middles. Celebrating a win is different than celebrating an eviction. Now, I agree with that too, Aunt Maura. I agree with that too. I personally don't see it with Neely. I think Neely is very strategic. I think she is good feeds and funny. And I really like her. And I think for now, she is a number for the Misfits. I mean, at the end of the day, Big Brother is a numbers game. And if the Misfits lose another person this week, they will lose the power really to go forward in this game controlling anything. Now, I have to say, I don't really want either side to be that much in power, but I look at it, I think, like Giselle says, as team good feeds. I kind of want to be team good feeds. I'm definitely team Jason, and I'm team good feeds. I'm sorry, people can't really convince me that Morgan, Scott, and Shelby are good feeds, because they're kind of like wet blankets. And when they all get together, it's super wet blankety. It's just not fun. And if you saw the picture I tweeted out the other day, they seem to just kind of lay around a lot. So, Shelby's feed's called. We are watching different feeds, RJ Mitchell. The title Big Brother is a misnomer, pretty much. Oh, shut up. Who do I think is going to be president? Yo, you're so lucky you flew away. You would have just been blocked. There is the news fest from Watch. I do watch feeds. RJ Mitchell, why are you trolling me? I don't know. I do watch the feed. I feel like every time I watch the feeds, the four girls, Morgan, Shelby, Alex, and Whitney, are always just laying around doing nothing. That's just what I see whenever I watch it. Now, to be fair, I will say I do not watch it on the plastics a lot. I will definitely agree with that. But I will also say it's always because when I flip over to them, they're not doing anything. And I'm like, okay, back to the people that are at least telling stories, laughing, and being entertaining. Eric doesn't even watch BBOTT. Okay. And that is also true. Plastics are in bed by 10:30. That's another thing. So if you want to continue the season of voting out the only people that are awake when we're all awake, well, you keep voting them out. It's going to be a bunch of people sleep 10:30. Not really fun. Just saying, does anybody remember BB-18? I like Shelby. She's getting screwed over by the plastics, and I think she's going to break off soon, says BB Fanatic. Yeah, I mean, let me put it this way. I like Shelby. I like Kryssie. I don't really love either of their games. Morgan, to me, is just vanilla. I don't hate Morgan. I don't love Morgan. She's just Morgan. Whitney, oddly enough, Whitney is starting to grow on me, but I don't. Yeah, she's also kind of vanilla-y. Like, I need her to do something. P.S. If you haven't been in Dancing Amy show, now I know this is going to sound like an insult after I just called Whitney vanilla. Dancing Amy is very Whitney, but not in a vanilla way. Dancing Amy is not dead in the eyes like Whitney is, but it's a little freaky. Like, if Whitney doesn't want to come on the show, I'm pretty sure I could just have Dancing Amy come on and nobody would know the difference. I'm just throwing it out there. You should check it out next time. Alex does as much of her servant punishment as Paulie baking pies, says Coco Bay. I kind of like the safety servant. Again, I like Alex. I think Alex, to me, is one of the top game players in the house. RJ Mitchell thinks Whitney's in the best spot. I do too. Okay, I'm going to throw this out there super quickly again. We're going to nail it down again by the end of the show. But I know a lot of new people come in and a lot of people are wanting to go run and vote. So I'm just letting you know quickly, the majority of the Plastics fans are voting Neely, if you care about what the majority is doing. The people in the middle who like people from both sides, I don't know how to help you. And the people that want to keep the misfits intact, you're going to want to vote Shelby. And spread the word to everyone you know to vote Shelby and stop voting other ways. Shelby, if you're trying to keep the Misfits intact. Now, I like Alex more than Paul. Right. I don't know why we're even talking about BB-18 right now. I'm voting Scott. I don't care if he's up. Well, good luck with that. Neely and her blanket. Wesley wants to know, do you think they will have more past house guests hosting HOHs? I sure hope so. RJ Mitchell, who? RJ Mitchell, very much in the way that I consider Wesley and a kind of Ed Rizzo to be plastic fans. Whether they are or not, it doesn't matter. I'm labeling them plastic fans, but I go to them for the plastic info. Then RJ Mitchell, you can be the official riding the middle or fans in both sides. So you have to tell me who I'm supposed to... Okay, fine. Ed Rizzo, you also consider yourself in the middle. So then you guys have to tell me who you want as your vote, so I can say for the in the middle people who they want. You are the official in the middle representatives. And for the love of God, you all better agree. I ain't got time for another poll. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Then you all need to campaign. Welcome to my life. You all need to campaign to them. You all need to go campaign to Wesley and RJ Mitchell and Ed Rizzo, you middle people. And when you come to a consensus, I will take an answer from RJ Mitchell, since she loves the super messages. Giselle for president. Johnny Mac for vice. Is Giselle even in here? Justin's paranoia and big mouth makes the house interesting. He starts up much drama unintentionally. Did you guys see when he said to Big Brother tonight, he was like, Big Brother, you need to give me more cigarettes to deal with these trash bags, or whatever he said. And then Big Brother was like, yes. Big Brother called him out. Okay, a lot of people asked me to talk about this, so let me talk about this really quickly. My conspiracy theory. Here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, I know Seattle Jen was one of the ones that was filling me in on it, that it seems like whatever Reddit wants is what happens. So let's talk this conspiracy theory for a minute. A lot of people, oh, thank you, person that just subscribed. My you now won't show me your name, but I see someone just subscribed, so thank you very much. Okay, Reddit apparently... Oh, it was 68 Smiles. Thank you, 68 Smiles, for subscribing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Reddit, whatever they want, is apparently what seems to happen. And a lot of people are saying it's because they're rigging the votes. Now, my original thought was, if you have to sign up in order to vote, I don't understand where these people are getting this money to rig it with that much of an influence. I did forget about that you get the free trial. Lisa Nova says it's Russia. Russia is controlling Reddit. Russia is rigging all of the elections. They took down our internet, and now that is why they took down Twitter, is to rig the elections. Okay. I guess I could see how it's possible if you get a free month. Thank you for the bars. I don't know who you are. Just so you know, the whole bottom of my screen on you now is blue. So like all I can see is an icon, and then where words would be is a blue bar. So I can't see who's doing what. But thank you for whoever gave bars. So I don't know. Even if they are rigging it or creating fake accounts to vote, I would think CBS or production would look into that. I would assume, I would hope. So that's my first note I want to make on this. The second note I want to make on this is a lot of other people are like, Rob has podcast, people are voting this way, and Reality Recaps, people are voting this way, and Jokers is voting this way, and the other place is voting this way. Right. Thank you. And you can see our numbers. You know whose numbers we can't see? CBS's. Which leads me to believe that they're really the ones controlling what happens each week. Because if they had nothing to hide, they would show us the results each week. The fact that they keep the results a secret to me is very suspicious. It makes me feel like our votes don't matter. And not for nothing, they could fake that too. It's a website. I'm sure if I created a poll and I coded a poll, I could figure out a way to code it to put in whatever I want anyway. Their lack of showing us results seems suspicious to me. It's all I'm saying. And all last season, all BB18, I was all, oh no, production's not rigging anything. But this year, it just seems weird to me. And I'm saying, Seattle Jen, CBS is looking into it. Bottom line, votes don't matter. Well, here's what I want to say. It appears, or I'm being told, whatever Reddit wants seems to happen each week. And right now, Reddit wants Neely on the block. So, if Neely does not end up on the block and Shelby ends up on the block, that will just be a stronger case for me in my own brain that it is production doing what they want. I feel like production is making sure the power flips back and forth each week to make it very interesting. We have not seen power flip back and forth consistently week to week like this in a million seasons. It just seems very interesting to me. It's always one side in power for a really long time. So we're going to see what happens. I think if Shelby ends up on the block, I'm just throwing out the conspiracy theory that I don't think our votes matter. But we'll see. We will see. I want Neely safe. For the people that care what I think, I will be voting for Shelby. I, regardless of anything else, want to keep the numbers with the Misfits. For as long as they're together, I want to keep the numbers with the Misfits. Because at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. So I will personally be voting for Shelby. RJ Mitchell, have you come up with a consensus for who the people in the middle would like their voice heard? Everyone matters here. The people in the middle matter. Friggin' people that can't pick a damn side. You're voting liberals. Okay, what's my answer? Yes, we will be voting Shelby. Oh, so the middles are voting Shelby. So the people in the middle voting Shelby, the thing is, you just don't want to be labeled a Misfits fan. So you're still going to vote with Shelby in the middle, but you just don't like being called a Misfit fan. Polls, so I don't care about polls. Oh, looks like the middle can't agree. RJ didn't say Shelby. Oh, okay. Then who is it? Is it Morgan? Who is my answer? I need the middle. The middle should vote for Shelby. Oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting so I don't miss it. People in the middle shouldn't get to vote. I agree. Pick a side. Pick a lane. I'm whatever team helps Jason. I kind of am too. Oh, RJ Mitchell wants Neely. Well, she's not telling me that. I'm not seeing where RJ Mitchell is giving me her answer. Oh yeah, Morgan's already up. Duh. Oh, okay. RJ Mitchell, as the official representative of the middle, so I don't want to hear any of your other people tell me I'm not correct. She says Jason or Justin should go up if you want Scott to go. Well, good luck with that. I would bet my house neither of those two people will end up on the block. This is where the middle are not good strategic players. See, now if I was in the middle and I knew that the majority of people are going Neely or Shelby, I would push my middle to pick a side to help one specific time. You got to make week-to-week deals, middle. The middle, you need to make week-to-week deals. You can't just ride the middle to the end. You're a floater. You need to grab a life vest. And the life vest is either on the misfit side or the plastic side. You're not going to last in this game in the middle. It's a big season. America has lots of power. Can't ride the middle. Oh my God, RJ Mitchell, are you drunk? You told me the official middle answer was Jason Justin. Why are you saying Neely now? Did you have a Sunday dinner? Did you have a little too much vino? Maybe. I know what RJ Mitchell's doing. She is pretending to be in the middle in order to cause confusion for the middle and the plastics and make their brains all crazy to burn their votes. I see what you're doing, RJ Mitchell, and I like it. I would like to reiterate again, in case people are getting confused. If you are a Misfits fan, you are going to want to vote Shelby for the third nom. If you are a Plastics fan, and when I say fan, I mean if you're trying to keep the numbers on the Misfits side, the majority of the people are voting Shelby. If you are trying to keep the numbers on the Plastic side, the majority of them are going with Neely. If you are riding the middle, take a shot, chug a beer, drink another glass of wine. It apparently doesn't matter what you think. I like Shelby, but I will be voting her up. I think I like her over Scott. Yeah. My vote personally is Shelby, because damn it, I'm allowed to have my own vote, and I'll be voting Shelby. Oh, my blue bar's gone. I'm sorry, I got excited. I don't know. Oh, Michelle G, thank you for the bars. The blue bar's gone. I can see words again. I agree, Dance and Amy. For me personally, I feel the best way to get Scott out and keep the numbers on the Misfit side is to vote Shelby. I think Shelby being up there is the best way to guarantee Scott goes home. Scott hopefully will go out by voting Shelby, says Abby Love. Correct. Amber A says, Plastic fans are voting Neely because they think she's an easy target. Plastic fans think Justin and Jason have too many fans to be able to get them up as a nom. Thank you for the bars, BB Princess. And I feel like none of our votes matter. Glad we've chosen to put up Shelby. Well, Misfits fans seem to have, even if you are a Misfits, see, here's the thing. Here's exactly what I'm trying to say about the middle as well, or the people that are fans of both sides. If you're a Misfits fan, but you completely disagree with Shelby, you can, but you're not helping the Misfits at the end of the day. You're not throwing a vote to anything that could ever happen. So the only way your vote can really matter as a Misfits fan right now is to vote Shelby. In the same way that if you're a Plastics fan right now and you're not thinking Neely, you're also kind of throwing your vote away. Oh, well, you're gone. Oh, and boop. Sorry, I just had to block and report somebody. So true, Eric. Let's stick together. I agree. We should stick together. Scott will go home regardless. You think, Blonde Shell? I don't know if I would say regardless. I don't see Shelby going. I definitely don't want Shelby going. Shelby is the worst at competitions. I want Shelby in this game. 100%. I want Shelby in the game. Justin shaved his beard and mustache. Oh, thank God. Did he really? Thank God. That looked like pubes on his face. I'm sorry. I don't know what was happening. Oh, I bet he is a million times better looking now. All plastics left would help me regulate my sleep schedule. Oh, of course. I would legitimately... It would go back to BB18 for me. It would become, I'm literally struggling to find stuff to talk about. Because I'm telling you, they won't do anything all season. It'll go right back to people being in bed the whole entire time and getting up for competitions. That's what will happen if the plastics take over the game. I'm not a fan of that. He had the handlebar mustache. If by handlebar you mean 3 hairs that had a whole bunch of like wax on them to give it a little weight. And hair flips. Right, and hair flips. If anybody has a picture of Justin with his shaved face, send it to me so I can show the chat room. Oh, Justin did not shave. Oh, it was a person trolling. Oh, I wish I knew who it was. If you know who it is, tell me so I can block them and report them. Wouldn't it be smart? It looks same to me. Okay, yeah, I got it. Just if you see the person in the chat room, just report them and block them. I can't do this back-to-back BB seasons, not getting enough sleep over here. Tell me about it. What's that like? Are we voting Shelby? If you are a Misfits fan and you want to be with the majority, yes, you are voting Shelby. I don't want Shelby out either, but I'm voting Shelby because I want Scott out this week, says TP4LNAT. Correct. The majority of people who are looking at this on a strategic way, based on the information we know right now, it would seem that Shelby on the block is a way to guarantee at this moment Scott going out. Eric, if you support Jason, why would you want Scott out over Morgan? At this point, I don't think Morgan or Scott really has Jason's back. I really don't. They don't have each other's back, so I don't believe they have Justin's back either. Jason's back. I just don't. Both of them are throwing each other under the bus, and they're actually on the same side. So if they're willing to throw each other under the bus on the same side, there's no actual loyalty to Jason there either. There's just not. And we've already discussed this as well, too. I don't believe anything these house guests say. The DRs are pandering to America because we are a player in this game. I don't believe one thing they say to us in the DRs, and I don't believe one thing they say to each other in the house. I just don't. That is the only unfortunate thing about this season, is the way it is set up. I feel there is no way to legitimately know how any of these people feel, because they're all aware that America is watching and America has the most power. So they would be stupid to ever say what they actually want to do. We do, baby. We have too much power. I started out this season liking how much power we have. Now I no longer like it. Now it just becomes people pandering to America the whole season, and I don't like it. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, but your Misfits do it. I agree with you. I don't watch a lot of the things the plastics do, but I see a lot more begging from the plastics in DRs and everywhere for America to help them out than I've ever seen the Misfits do. And I'll speak for Jason. I always hear Jason only say stuff like, hey, America, give me a sign. Let me know what you want me to do. What do you think I should do this week? What do you want, America? You let us know how to make... I don't ever hear Jason begging and be like, America, save me. Like, I just don't. That's all I see plastics doing, though, which is super annoying. Morgan is finally on the block. Let's do this and split the sisters. I mean... I would love for Morgan, personally, I would love for Morgan to go over Scott, but really, I don't care. As long as plastic goes, that's all I personally care about. Even if America nominates Neely, they can still vote out Scott, says Sammy. Well, no. I mean, yes, technically... they can vote out Scott. But I think the thought process is, if America nominates Neely, then America is going to follow through a few days later and get Neely out the door. I mean, why would you put up Neely and then not vote her out? You're basically saying, this is the person I want up and out. It's obviously going to be the person you give the vote to. And on that note, that is correct, right? Each week so far, I do know people are saying if Neely goes up, then it becomes a tie again with America breaking it. But I don't know how America breaks it. Wouldn't the HOH break it? Anyway, America voted cornbread week 1, and cornbread was our vote, correct? Yeah, that's correct, but we don't have to. Okay. And then week 2, I know we voted Monty, and Monty was our vote. Week 3, we put Danielle up, but Shane was our vote, right? Right. So I think keeping with... Hi, Pam. Keeping with the way it goes, I think that's what people are thinking. If America ends up putting Neely up, obviously then they would send Neely out, but kind of in the same way we put Danielle up, but then gave the vote to Shane. Sure, maybe we would give the vote to Morgan, but I think a lot of the vote also depends on who we see the majority of our side of the house is going to go with. I don't ever think America just throws a vote to one person for no reason. America usually gets on board with the majority of the people in the house. Oh, we did vote Danielle. We voted Danielle. Right, I'm an idiot. We put up Danielle. We voted Danielle. Scott broke the tie and sent home Shane. Got it. So then, yes. Whoever we vote, whoever we put up seems to get the vote. So then if that happened this week, so let's look. I need pictures. So if Neely goes up this week, then Jason, Justin, and Justin will vote. Oh, Jason, Justin, Danielle would probably, well, they would all vote together. And then Shelby, Whitney, and Morgan would all vote together. Who the hell am I missing? I meant Alex. I keep saying Morgan. I mean Alex. How are we at 4-3? Justin, Jason, Danielle would all vote together. That's those 3 people. And then Alex, Whitney, Shelby is the other 3. Who am I missing? Oh, 3-3. All right. And America would vote out Neely. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So that's why Misfits fans are saying put up Shelby to remove the vote from that side, because then we get another vote in Whitney, and then okay, so wait, now I want to do it this way. Hold on, I need my picture. So now let's go with Shelby's up. So then Scott, Jason, Danielle, Neely, that's 4 voting together versus Whitney and Alex. And then it wouldn't matter what America did. So that's why we want Shelby on the block if we're a Misfits fan. You got it? I didn't say Scott. Did I say Scott? I meant Whitney and Alex. I meant Whitney and Alex. Sorry, Whitney and Alex. Whitney and Alex. Either way, my point is, it would be 2 votes and it wouldn't matter what America said. So here's the bottom line. Okay, so you ready? Here's the deal. If Neely ends up on the block, then America will be the deciding vote, because it would be 3 Misfits voting together and 3 Plastics voting together. America's the tiebreaker. They vote out Neely, because that's what's happened every week. If we put Shelby on the block, then the Plastics only have 2 votes, and the Misfits would have 4 votes, and it won't matter where America puts their vote. So that is why you should vote Shelby if you are a Misfits fan. What if a Misfit wins the veto? Well, if a Misfit wins the veto, why would they use it? They're not on the block. Good, go vote Shelby right now. I appreciate it. What about the Morgan Whitney deal with Kryssie? I don't think Kryssie has any plan to honor any deals at this point. It would be stupid for any Misfit to use the veto. If a Misfit wins the veto and uses it, I will become Team Plastic, okay? I would no longer be able to support a team. That is some shit like what the Plastics did the other week when they were like, we're playing HOH and we only have 15 minutes, so we're not going to put any votes in. We'll just not do anything this round. That's your team, everybody. They're doing great. No, Eric, a Misfit would use it on Neely. Well, okay, this is why I don't like talking. I'm going back. Forget it. We're not talking POV, because now people are like cherry picking this scenario and getting confused. We're not dealing with POV. Not dealing with it. It gets too confusing because now people don't understand. Now people are like, but what if? And then what if Neely? No, we're not saying that because we're not trying to put Neely on the block. We're saying Shelby's on the block. You get it? We can only operate with what is happening at the moment. The choice is yours. Do you want to give the power to the Plastics for the rest of the season or not? Because I don't care what anybody says. Morgan and Alex have an unbreakable bond. They are 2 people that will always vote together. Shelby is going to be right there behind them like a good little lapdog. And then Scott will do whatever Morgan wants. Those people are staying together. And if you take another number away from the Misfits, then there's no reason for those people not to just pick off every other one of the Misfits. And then just enjoy the season. And I'm not saying, I am all for democracy. So if what you want is a season of this, this is what you would like the rest of your season to be. This is awesome gameplay. This is great. That was prime time yesterday. Then by all means, keep your precious plastic safe. It's your choice. Vote Shelby. YR is much more entertaining than Big Brother Over the Top. Duh! Yet I can't help but notice you don't have a little subscribe button next to you. Although, Felix, I do feel that you're a patron. So thank you. Just remember, when Big Brother ends, you can always put your $5 a month over here to us and become a patron, and you'll get weekly prize giveaways and the patron-only group and prize giveaways each week, and have us come back for Big Brother 19. Scott is the only one who might switch sides. His plastic ladies are BSing him 100%. I give Scott credit too. I know a lot of people do not like Scott. I feel like Scott and Alex are the two best gamers on the plastic side. Two best gamers on the plastic side. I personally, for me, have not seen Shelby come up with one idea yet. Maybe dressing up like Harry Potter might have been her idea. I don't know. I don't see Shelby coming up with a plan, a strategy, or anything. But I like Scott. I appreciate that Scott and Alex are willing to play the game and make moves. Even though, like we said, Scott might not be playing the game well. My personal opinion, don't sit in the DR and fuck off America. Don't do that. That ends you up on slot, buddy. Don't sit in your DR being like, I did what I want, America, and it don't matter what you say, cause me and Alex are together, and ha ha, America. Is my mic on? Is my mic on? Hey, America, I'm doing what I want with Alex. I mean, that's getting you on slot, buddy. I'm sorry. It's not a good gameplay, but at least it's gameplay. I think Wesley said over in our patron show, he is trying to become so hated that people are going to want to bring him to the last three and use it as strategy. To which, again, I say, nobody can hear his DRs. Thanks, Barbara GD, for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. My $20 patron membership should include this show free. Just a suggestion. Susan K., I don't control this. I would love to give everything away for free, but I'm not running you now. I don't have a choice as for subscribers. We get told you have subscribers now, or you don't. That's it. And I say, between yay or nay, I guess I'll go with yay. Kryssie is going to feel America's wrath next week, I sadly believe. I'm not against it. Not against it. I like Kryssie the person. I don't really like how Kryssie is playing the game. That being said, if you are a Kryssie fan, I'm sorry, I want to be more specific on that. I don't like how Kryssie is handling certain things in the game. Certain things in the game. Like, I think she should have hugged Scott when he went in for the hug before the last HOH. Even if you don't like him. Give him bunny ears, flip him off behind his head, whatever. I think it's little things like that that I think she needs to adjust her game in. However, that being said, I believe possibly Wednesday, we might be having Mike on, Kryssie's Mike, to come on and tell us what he thinks about how Kryssie is playing the game. And yes, Shane will be on next week as well, for those people asking about Shane. He will be on next week. Wes vote Oh, look at that. I appreciate, look, the chat room is even making deals. Because, again, we are players in this game. We are players in this game. I just witnessed Wesley and Jesse come together from opposite sides of the house in order to make a 1-week deal. Jesse just offered Wesley a vote for Morgan to go if Wesley will get on board with voting Shelby this week. That is the kind of positive coming together I like to see in the chat room. Is what I like to see. Hashtag friendship, as Paul would say, and Wesley. There you go. I like the deals. I can get behind these deals. Now, I don't want to go and say anything, but I just have a feeling that it's gonna be Shelby anyway. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm just trying to base things on what has happened consistently in the past. And inconsistently in the past, it seems like whatever Reddit wants happens. And Reddit wants Neely. So I'm just telling you, if Neely does not end up on the block, I'm going with production picks what happens each week. And they are flip-flopping the power on purpose. That's just what I'm going with. Either that or Reality Recaps fans and Misfits fans are really powerful. Stupid question. For those that go to places like Jokers and Rob, who are they behind? Who does like Jokers want nominated and who does Rob want nominated? Just so that when Shelby wins it, I can be like, oh, looks like Reality Recaps team was correct. Rap is Alex. Alex is safe this week. Jokers is all for Neely, okay, and Rob was saying Neely. No, don't leave our name in. Okay, perfect. So then that's awesome. So if Shelby wins this, we, Team Reality Recaps underdogs from all the other websites, we can say we were the misfits and we did it. And it has absolutely nothing to do with production. I take all the production stuff back I said. So it is fair that this is Team Reality Recaps against all other websites. So now, I don't know if this is going to affect your vote, but here's what we're saying. If you're Team Reality Recaps, you're going to vote Shelby. If you're Team Jokers and Rob has a podcast, I mean, he has $12,000 a month in patrons. We have, like, lucky if we have 400. It's 12,000. Is that what you want to get behind? It sounds like you'd probably vote for Trump. Is that really what you're going to do? You're gonna really trump me? Oh, BB Gossip is voting for Neely. Seems like we're the real underdog here. So you can either go vote with all the other big power players with all the money, or you can be true to America and be part of a grassroots movement of caring and compassion and vote for Shelby, who, by the way, is a lawyer. Okay? Do you like lawyers? What's that say about you if you like lawyers? You like being sued and suing people? Weird. New Jersey girl waits for the Eric's rigging Big Brother. God, I'll be completely honest with all of you right now. If I could rig something, Big Brother would be the last thing I'd be rigging. The last. I would figure out a way to trick people into using my links to buy the feeds. You know how much money we got for feed sales for Over the Top? $81. One of the whopping amount we made for feed sales for Over the Top? $81. Just saw the statement 2 hours ago. So I would... Oh, people don't buy feeds from us. People just don't buy feeds from us. Plus, I also think that everybody already had the feeds, so I don't know. Shelby does the Dino dance. I know. And I have it used as my graphic. People seem to think I don't like Shelby. I like Shelby. She's a great person. She's very funny. I like her Dino dance. I'm with her on the fact that we both have very expressive faces. We can't control our faces. I enjoy Shelby for all those reasons. She has no business playing the game of Big Brother, though. No business. None. Zero. Again, she couldn't win the argument of why she sat on the orange couch. And she's a lawyer. Good luck pleading to America. What's her final 3 speech going to be? I played a wicked Harry Potter. I did a real great Dino dance. And whatever Alex and Morgan said, I did. But please, vote me the winner of this game. I take screenshots of Shelby just to laugh. I like Shelby. I really do. I just don't like... I wish... I don't know. I don't even know what I wish. I don't think she's good. I just don't think she's good at the game. I'm getting tired of hearing Alex and Morgan thinking everyone is stupid. Yeah. Why do people not like Neely? Oh, Debbie G. There's so many theories. Watch this show back, because I think people are getting sick of us talking about it, but we talked about it at the beginning. Week 4, finally. What the heck has anyone else done? That was not directed towards you, RJ Mitchell. Hold on. Does everyone see what I just did? You can't, because you can't see my hand. But I'll let you know what I did. I moved my mouse, okay? I clicked on the person's name, and I blocked them. That is what you should do on Twitter and social media when people bother you. I think a lot of you think you have to interact with people, and you don't. You don't. You just block. You just block. I never have to see that person again. I'm never going to think of them ever again. I barely remember their name right now. I was going to make the whole stripper joke. Like, oh, I hope you go to school tomorrow because you're going to need a good education and practice doing this because you're going to need to learn how to grab your dollar bills when you're swinging around the pole. Why do you care if I'm gay? I was going to go on that whole big rant. No, don't even remember the person's name. Just block them in general. You never have to see them again. Ever. Yes, it was David Thielen. Shelby finishing law school in 2 instead of 3 years. Means she's smart. Maybe not a Big Brother, but smart. Oh, I didn't say she wasn't real world smart. I just saying she's not good at the game. I like to see people play Big Brother who play Big Brother. I don't like to watch people play Big Brother who do what other people say and just go with the flow and this is the party and, oh, I was looking for a guy here, but there aren't any. That's just not what I personally like to like. I'm not talking about any of these people as humans. As humans, they're all great. I love them all as humans. After the show, I'll love Shelby. I will tell you, after the show, I think Shelby will be the person I love the most. Do you people remember how much I did not like Meg? I was so anti-Meg. I was the biggest... I think I called Meg gumdrops all season. I called her irrelevant as gumdrops that she was eating all season. I talk to Meg like every other day now. Outside the game, greatest human being. In the game, nope, don't got game. Don't like if you don't got game. Yes, Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo what? I actually had a funny idea. I need to remember to text Cleo. I actually had a funny idea of something to do for Miss Cleo to do on our next show. Oh, Cleo's voting for Shelby. Awesome. Cleo and I have agreed on the last 3 votes. I texted him before we talked right before the, oh God, what was the last thing that we put Alex up for? The care package. I was just talking to Cleo earlier about who he was voting for the care package, and he said Alex, and I was like, could you please disagree with me? I'm like, as soon as you disagree with me, I'll have you on to argue about it. CBS should stop the week free trial during Big Brother Over the Top to prevent people from making multiple accounts. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Because they don't want your information to sell to other people and make a ton of money off of. You realize they probably make more money off getting your name, address, and phone number from your free trial than they do from you being a subscriber. The amount of people they can sell that information to, oh, they make a shit ton of money on that. By the way, notice how when you subscribe to our newsletter, you never get one. You maybe get like 3 a year. Because I value you. And I don't share your information with places for money. Unless you're David Thielen. David Thielen's information, I signed it up for all the spam accounts. I registered David Thielen as a Trump supporter, but I thought maybe he was a Republican, so I also put him on all the Hillary Clinton registry lists and on all the free porn websites. So his email is filled with pro-Trump, pro-Hillary, and pro-porn emails. I blocked him immediately in Feed's chat, not even knowing him. That's a good move. You should honestly do that. Everywhere you see him, just block him. It's not good for your soul. He's like a succubus and will steal your life force. Thanks, 68 Smiles. Hi, Big Zilla. Alex is begging to the cameras for America to nominate Neely. Is Alex begging again? That's so weird. Is so weird. You know, I feel like the people who are pro-plastics, you know, make a good point how we never see stuff like this. For those only listening on audio, it's literally Alex on her hands and knees praying to the camera along with RJ Mitchell's fave. Oh, and my s'mores from dinner. Oh, apparently you just shake this in all the pictures. Shake. I can't believe Alex would beg. Oh, I can. But here's the thing. I don't necessarily hate Alex for it. I just hate that people act like the misfits are doing it and the plastics don't do it at all. I don't blame any of them for doing it. That's the way we set the season up. Big Brother set the season up to beg to America and pander to America and slant your DRs for America, and when you're alone, talk to America. I mean, that's the way production set the game up. So I can't fault any of them for doing it. The part that annoys me is like when I see the diehard plastic fans act like the plastics never do it, and it's all the misfits do. I'm like, no. Alex didn't factor America in the first 2 or 3 weeks. Now she's begging us for everything. Correct. I have a question, and I know I'm not going to get the answer from the chat room. I saw a lot of people on Twitter, and unless I know you from these shows, and by know you, I mean always see you in the chat and always know that you have a history of being honest in the chat, and I never have to worry like, oh, is that person pushing an agenda type of a thing. So that's what I mean when I say like there are definitely people that I listen to more so in the chat. Now, so I don't listen to people I don't really know on Twitter. I don't put a lot of faith in things of people I don't know from our shows on Twitter, what they say. Now, that being said, I saw a lot of people having fights on Twitter today that Alex and Scott said, fuck you to America. Literally, and now here's my question, I'm going to be very clear on this. Did Alex and Morgan literally say the words, fuck you, America? Not did they imply it, or did they mean it because they said that? Did they literally say, fuck you, America? 3 words to the camera at any point that any of you know of. That's my question. I'm just wondering. I would find it really interesting if they did. They insinuated it. Okay, I'm fine with saying insinuated, but I just wanted to know if they literally said those exact words. It's a lot. I mean, insinuating, I get it. But I saw people arguing to the death that they literally just said, fuck you, America, to the camera. And I'm like, why would they ever do that? That would make no sense to me. Barbara GD, thanks for being a subscriber, says last week, I think, interesting. That does make a difference. Tone, if anything, this season with everyone being so touchy. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying I want to know if they literally turned to a camera and went like, fuck you, America. Then I'd be like, what? That would make no sense. BB Princess says Alex is not that type of girl. I agree. I would be surprised seeing Alex doing that. Now, I also just said that was basically what Scott did in his DR. Scott's DR might as well have been, fuck you, America. That might as well have been his DR. But he didn't say those exact words. I just saw people arguing the point like they said those 3 words right to the camera. I'm like, why would they ever do that? Crazy. See, Wesley says, my angel Alex would never. I would also like to say, I think that's the first time the whole entire chat room came together on an answer. Hi, Jody. Why would she? She needs America. That's what I mean. I don't get it. I don't get why people lie in general, but then I really don't get why people lie on Twitter. But I always like to know those things because I always like to know, like, okay, I can believe things this person says, or I shouldn't believe things this person says. He thinks that's his strategy. I heard that, Vanessa. I heard he's thinking that's his strategy. I don't see Scott as a true plastic. Well, newsflash, neither do the other plastics. Because if you haven't heard, Lisa, they're just throwing him under the bus any chance they can. Scott is like a plastic bottle thrown into the recycling machine. He is getting crushed. Oh no, I guess I should vote right now. I have a feeling my live feed updater people probably already did it. But yes, I should go to vote right now. Let me go vote. Let's do live voting. Who am I picking? America. No, vote. No, America's nominee. Who would you like to vote for? I'm going to vote for Shelby. Thanks for voting. You've reached your limit today, which means the live feed updaters already voted. I would have voted for Shelby, but the live feed updaters already got it. The correct choice. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Debbie. Don't forget, you can vote again in 30 minutes. Plastics equal ball smashers, and Scott, well, has balls. It's true. It's a good point. Eric, updaters voted Shelby. Great job, updaters. Great job, updaters. Yeah, I couldn't do it this season. Normally, I have like my own live feed account and I have the separate account for the updaters. And this season, I was just like, for the over the top season, I was like, nope. I'm just going to go with one account. Ball Smashers sucked in the ball comp. Go figure. They do, Jody. The updaters are amazing. If you missed the beginning of this show, I freaking love the updaters this season. And no shade. I was talking to Dana about this over the weekend as well. I'm so impressed. Like, I want to do something for the live feed updaters that are updating this season, but I was talking to Dana, and because Dana basically runs the live feed updaters. Not basically, she does. And I was saying to her, they're so good this season. Like, what is different between this season and the other season? And she was like, well, all the kids are in school. And I was like, okay, rule for Big Brother 19. No children then. Then no children. Because they're amazing. I love Dana too. Dana will be back sooner than later. It's almost Big Brother Canada time. Hate to say it, but I will be surprised if Shelby goes up. I mean, so will I. Based on the fact that Reddit seems to be controlling what happens, I will be surprised if Shelby goes up. And then if Shelby goes up, I'm going to feel like it was all because of reality recaps, because no other website is Team Shelby. So again, if you are really on the fence and you really don't have a horse in the fight this week, but you like me, vote for Shelby. It will give us bragging rights. It will get Team YRR bragging rights. And by the way, you're all on Team YRR. Even if you're a Plastics fan, you are. Do you think I like wearing t-shirts? I'm in my underwear right now. Sorry. Is voting open? Yes, go! You got 30 more minutes to vote, and then in 30 minutes from now, you can vote again. You will be able to update, Zach. You will be able to update. Anybody who has already updated before will be able to update again if they want. Hamster Watch wants Shelby up. Well, damn it! Damn it! Now we don't get the credit. I don't care. Go vote Neely then. Totally kidding. How do people keep up enough concentration update? I don't get it. It's not an easy job, UTSA, Jennifer. It is not an easy job. It's the vodka. It could be. Plastics are begging the camera they want Neely. Good. I don't know buy emotions on Sidebar B on iTunes. I need Michelle on here. I need Big Meech back. I don't understand Reddit. I don't get Reddit. I don't know the way Reddit works. I've never understood it. I've tried. I somehow used it wrong and was kicked off in a day. I was banned from Reddit. I created a reality recaps Reddit account. I posted one of our shows. This was like 4 years ago. I posted one of our shows, and the next day I got a thing, and it was like, you're banned from Reddit for self-promotion. I was like, okay, I don't understand the way this website works. Never been back. Anyway, I'm going to write down Big Meech. Maybe she can come on and explain to us how Reddit is rigging these votes. We need our official Reddit correspondent. 20 more for Shelby. Good job. I don't get Reddit. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I don't know it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't get what subreddits are. I don't get how you post things. I don't understand any of it. But it's a big culty cult, and I don't get it. Start a rumor that Hamster Watch... Oh my god, no, don't do that. There's already strained relations. Let's not add any more fuel to the fire. I used to be a big Redditor until I found YRR. Oh, really, Dancing Amy? Then maybe you can explain it to us. How do they do it, then? Oh, Dancing Amy, we're going to have a Reddit conversation, because I don't get it. Well, Dancing Amy, I just gave you your You Now platform. You need to do shows explaining Reddit to people. You can do, like, Reddit tutorials. I would watch, because I don't understand it at all. You live on Reddit? I don't get Reddit. Not sure why she's believing Whitney. Hopefully she'll learn. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, so again, because it's getting close, I'm going to stay on until the revote happens in 20 minutes. But, again, you have 20 minutes. So, to reiterate, if you are a Plastic fan, boo! The majority of you are voting Neely, because you are horrible people that hate reality recaps and Hamster Watch. If you are a Misfit fan and would like to keep the numbers with the Misfits, the good human beings in the world, you are going to want to vote Shelby. I will be voting Shelby, as will all the other puppies, children, and unicorns in the world. And so that's what you're going to vote. By the way, if you vote for Neely, a baby dies. It's like this new thing that they implemented in hospitals where when people vote for Neely, a baby dies. So I don't know if you want that on your conscience or not, but that's going to be awkward. Baby killers. Anywho, I already voted for Whitney. Oh my god, Holly. Well, you threw those away. Hi, Kate. I'm glad you like the hat. Truth facts. Those were called truth facts. Correct. Good job, Coco Bay. Now on Twitter, Reality Recap says to kill babies. Probably. There's a video of me saying I will punch and kick a baby from like 2 years ago. You should go pull that video up. I actually did the mashup. I forget what it was about, where I said something like if people didn't vote or if people didn't do something, I was going to kick Charlie. And like during it, I had like Charlie like making like barking noises. And then I was like, that's it. And then I had like a graphic of Charlie and I made it fly through the screen to make it look like I kicked him. It was really funny. Oh, good times. I miss making mashups and using my green screen. That's fun. Thanks for making this fun. Been watching since season 1, and BBOTT has me so riled. Seattle Jen, thank you for the flashback times. I could not cover this season without people like Seattle Jen doing, sending me flashback times to put on the website, and people like the live feed updaters, and people like Dancing Amy helping with polls, all of you people subscribing, the people that are patrons. This season, more so than any other season, that's why I always say Team YRR and not like my website or me or my. It's always like all of us, because this season I would not be able to do it without your guys' help. It is too much to cover for one person. I just can't do it all. Just voted for Shelby. Great job, Zach. We're more like YRR fam. We are. Yes, we are. Those of us that are voting for Shelby anyway. Those of us that are like the drunk uncle that only comes around and annoys everybody during the holidays, they're voting for Neely. You're still in the family. But you're that uncle that, oh yeah, your food's down there. It's at that end of the table. Oh, you should just eat it in the other room. Yeah, oh yeah, sure, go watch TV and eat it. Like the crazy Uncle Joe that's always drunk. You're in the family, but that's who you are. It's time to go to AA and come to the light side. Come to the right side. What else? Like the guy from Saturday Night Live. I don't really like that sketch. I was watching Walking Dead, so I just got here. Lasagna looked great. What's the voting consensus? Plastic fan, vote Neely. Misfit fan, vote Shelby. The drunkle. Yeah, the drunkle. Why do we hate Neely? Oh, it's so long. We covered it at the beginning of the show. If you watch this show back, and this one will be posted on the website, you can see it there. Here's what I'm going to do, because I realize we have 20 more minutes left, and I said I was going to do this until the voting switches over. I kind of feel like we really don't have really anything else to talk about here. So I'm going to end this for starters. Okay, so you now people, I think we're going to go mobile. But here's the deal. So you now people, don't go anywhere. I'm only ending this for the YouTube people. That being said, hi YouTube people. I will see you back tomorrow when what happens? Where's our schedule? So tomorrow is Monday. We have the nom reveal at 1 p.m. So I will be back at 1 p.m. when we have the nomination reveal. Oh, and then I'll be live with you guys again at 4 o'clock when we're watching the veto together. And then after the veto, we'll go live for a recap show tomorrow. So we have a lot happening tomorrow. I will see you back here for that then. And you can watch us do these shows live on YouNow. I feel like there was one other point I had to make, and I don't remember it. But these shows will be on yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT if you want to watch them back. Of course, BBOTT live feeds on Twitter. And then become a patron if you want to help support our shows, or you can do a one-time donation on PayPal, or if you were wondering who I was talking to, that YouNow chat room, go to younow.com/realityrecaps.